Test, test, check. Good afternoon, Arlington Eagle fans. As you're slowly rolling into this YouTube live situation, the Arlington Eagles are taking on the Alliance American Legion baseball team in this Class B senior playoffs, hosted here at Crete, down at Tuxedo Park on Tom Stallard Legion Field. So we're here. The game will start at 1 o'clock. So we'll have the screen up here. I see got two of you on there. So we'll watch here, get you started. We're going to try to have another camera somewhere for another vision, another little look, but we've got to do a little more setup. But here we are. Hopefully the stream is working well for you and you're able to watch this here on YouTube. It's a little bit different than our typical Strive, where on Strive you will see Strive, you'll be able to see our commercials and we'll have the overlay scoreboard. We do not have the overlay scoreboard on this one, so I'll just try to keep you updated as much as possible as the day goes on or as the game goes on. But this game is set to start at 1 o'clock, and the Eagles are now taking infield, and we'll get our lineups and information for today's game here in just a moment. Thanks for watching Arlo Strive. Good afternoon, Eagles fans. We'll see if we can get everything set up here. Hopefully you can hear me well. But they're going through the starting lineups right now. The Arlington Eagles are your visitors for today. Or sorry, I'll say that again. The Arlington Eagles are your home team for today. And so they went through that lineup here. The Alliance Spartans. The Alliance Spartans batting first will be the second baseman, number 21, Brant Haluska. Batting second is number 28, Jacob Cullen. He's the DH for today. Batting third is number 15, Vic Hingoza, and he is our third baseman for the Spartans. Batting fourth is number 20, Kason Clark, and he is in left field, where then we'll have batting fifth, number 7, Colin Murr, who is in right field. Batting sixth, number 42, Mario Garza, who will be our first baseman for the Spartans. Batting eighth and ninth is AJ Escamilla. He's number 9. He's batting eighth, number 9, and he will be the catcher. Batting ninth is number 10, Chase Boyer, and he is the center fielder. And on the mound, on the bump for the Spartans, will be Chance Crow, number 31. The Eagles starting for tonight, batting first. We'll come back to this in just a moment as they are going through a Legion pledge here for tonight's game.
Thank you, players and coaches. And at this time, everybody can please rise. Gentlemen, move your caps to the playing of our national anthem.
And here they're going to have a veteran come out, and he will be throwing out the first pitch. We'll go through the starting lineup for the Eagles as they will go on the field first.
Denny served in the Marine Corps from 1963 to 1966, and when he was discharged, his final rank was an E4 corporal.
This is Denny Swaney, veteran, throwing out our first pitch. And a good underhanded, good speed there. Toss right over home plate. And in the nature of Legion ball, that is addressing the veterans, thanking them for their service and all they've done for our country. Here we are now. We'll start the starting lineups here for Arlington. We'll jump around here. Batting first will be number 10, Josh Miller, and he'll be playing third base. Batting second, number 25, will be Braden Rump, and he's in center field. Batting third, number 6. We'll catch on one of these days. Number 6 at shortstop will be Tanner Pittman. Batting fourth, number 8, Nick Smith. It will be your catcher for this evening. Batting fifth in the DH position, number 5, Cooper Hilgenkamp. Batting sixth, number 7, Dustin Kirk, and he will be at second base. Batting seventh, number 16, Aiden Foreman, and he will be the first baseman. Batting eighth, it'll be number 24, Logan Kaup. Logan Kaup will be, and he is playing in right field, batting eighth for the Eagles. And batting ninth will be Wes Martins. He'll be playing in left field. And the pitcher on the mound today will be Zach Vanek. So we'll begin this game just here in a moment with the Alliance Spartans making their way. Brant Haluska making his way to the plate as we start off this game. The previous game, let me get my schedule in front of me. The previous game was Columbus Lakeview defeating Central City 6-0. And that was a 10 a.m. game. Following this game at 4 o'clock will be Hickman versus Broken Bow in game 3 of today's games. And in game 4 will be the host school here, Crete, taking on Roncalli at roughly 7 o'clock. Tomorrow there'll be games at noon, 2:30, 5, and 7:30. If the Arlington Eagles are successful here against Alliance, I mean, look at my roster here. They will play at 5 o'clock tomorrow night against Columbus Lakeview. If they are unsuccessful, they will play at noon tomorrow against Central City. So here's the start. First pitch, swing and fouled off. Like we said, that is the lefty, Vanek, on the mound. And then at the plate here is number 21. He is your second baseman, Brant Haluska. Another pitch, they're going to call that inside. So a 1-1 count here. Beautiful day here, 77 degrees on the Apple Watch. Another pitch there. He's going to poke that towards first base. And right as it potentially going foul, it is Aiden Foreman reaching out his left hand to make the first out of the inning. So it is 1 down in the top of the first inning. And here comes the DH, number 28, Jacob Cullen. And he'll swing at that one for the first pitch strike. Pitch number 2 is inside, does roll away, goes off the shin guard of Smith. Makes this 1-1, a 1-1 count. That one's just going to miss outside. Brings us to a 2-1 count to Callan. He's going to turn that to left. Josh Miller, good clean pickup there. He's going to throw it to first for out number 2 here in the top of the first inning. Good clean pickup there by Miller as he attacked the ball on that kind of soft liner to third base. So that'll bring up Vic Hinojosa. He's the third baseman, number 15. Yet again, another right-handed batter here for the lefty Vanek to warm up to. He's currently they got a pitch count on the scoreboard, which is nice. And he's going to miss, catch the outside there, but a swing and a miss for strike number 1. Now pitch number 2. About the same spot for strike number 2. So here, an 0-2 count. Bannock looking to finish off the inning. And that's going to miss just outside the right side. And Nick Smith will make the tag. And that will go 1, 2, 3, a 10-pitch inning for Vanek. And now we'll see the Eagles come up with, first up to bat is Josh Miller in the bottom of the first inning. No outs, no hits. 3 up, 3 down. We'll be back in just a moment here on Arlos Drive. So we are in the bottom of the first inning. Josh Miller getting ready to go out to the plate. Start off Senior State, Class B Senior State Legion Tournament. Coach Ed Menking will be on the third base coach. And we'll see Coach Tyler Stender on first base here. So number 10, Josh Miller will step at the plate. Today's games are sponsored by Washington County Real Estate. Call Tim Kalp for all your realty needs. Thankful for the parents and everybody who questioned to bring this out. I was excited to be here and watch some great baseball here at the state Class B Senior State Tournament. Josh Miller at the plate. He'll see pitch number 1. That's going to miss just high for ball number 1. Pitch number 2. That'll catch on the inside for strike number 1. On the mound here is Chance Crow. He's number 31, right-handed pitcher there, starting off this game. That one's he's going to catch that, send that straight back foul. Brings us to a 1-2 count. Here's the third pitch. A swing and a miss there for a strikeout for Crow. So first out, and that will bring up number 25, the center fielder, Braden Rump. Here's the first pitch to Rump. He watches that come in just low for ball number 1. So second pitch. Going to miss high and outside. 2-0 count. That's going to miss high and outside again, this righty versus lefty matchup. So a 3-0 count for Rump. On deck is number 6, Tanner Pittman. He's going to watch that one come through, and they're going to call that low. So Rump will get a walk, and he'll take off to first base. It was right at that low spot. They pitcher and catcher kind of had the look towards each other, like they thought it was good. But this will bring up Tanner Pittman, shortstop for the Eagles. Rump with the good lead. And they're going to throw back. He's back safe. First base, that is number 42, Mario Garza. holding him back on. They're going to take another throw back to first, and Rump is able to get back. These Arlington seniors representing post 71. So first pitch there, that's going to miss just outside for Pittman. So a 1-0 count. Sorry for not having an on-screen scoreboard. That's something that is part of our Wirecast software. So I'll just have to keep you updated as much as possible by reading whatever I can see on the scoreboard out there. That's going to miss. That's going to rattle off, but Rump will not attempt anything as that just rattled between the legs of the catcher and home plate ump there. So now it is a 2-0 count to Pittman. Rump still looking at a decent lead on first base. And that one's going to miss outside. So 3 straight balls here now. Have a little conversation. So now this pitch will go straight down the middle for strike number 1. Pittman holding on that, I'm sure. So there's a 3-1 count to Pittman. Runner on first base. And he's going to foul that off to the right. So you're in the bottom of the first inning. 0-0. One person on base. Pittman sends that right. It is going to be close to this foul, but it is going to carry outside the fence on the first baseline. So this will bring this to, it already was, but now it's a full count to Pittman. Quick throw back to Rump. Try to catch him off guard at first base. Sorry, I apologize. That's Garza on first base. Rump gets back in time. So there's his full count. Already 14 pitches in the inning. And Pittman's going to watch that one go into the left-handed batter's box. And he'll go to first base. So 2 walks. And this will bring up the catcher, Nick Smith. So runners on first and second. 1 out. Bottom of the first inning. Arlington. And Smith is going to send that one down left field line. And that's going to go foul. Good vision on that. Hit it well. So we've got just our numbers here, just to give you a little bit. 315 on the left field line, 316 on the right field. Dead center's 370. Smith is going to send that to left center. Left field will range over, make the out, and they'll bring it back in. So that'll bring 2 outs. 2 outs in the bottom of the first. So that caught just enough air to let the left fielder range that direction. Our left fielder there, if I catch up with my names here, that was Kason Clark ranging to his left to pull that in. That says Cooper Hilgenkamp at the plate. He'll take his first pitch outside, ball 1. So as a reminder, we have Braden Rump on second and Tanner Pittman on first. Hilgenkamp takes the swing for strike 1. 1-1 count here to Hilgenkamp. This is Chance Crow on the mound. He's got 1 K, 2 walks. Hilgenkamp's going to hold on that. So that brings it to a 2-1 count to Cooper Hilgenkamp. He's DHing tonight. We've got Dustin Kirk on deck. Just going to swing and a miss on that one. It is a 2-2 count now. So 2 outs, bottom of the first inning, 2 on. And that's going to catch the outside part of the plate for Crow's second strikeout. And we'll go into the top of the second inning. Arlington threatens with 2, unable to score, but Crow does get 22 pitches in that inning. So now 0 runs there, 0 hits, 2 walks. And we'll move to the top of the third inning, or top of the second inning. You're watching Arlos Drive. Now starting off the top of the second, Vanek on the mound. He misses outside for ball 1. This is number 4, or the number 20, the 4th spot, cleanup hitter, left fielder, Kason Clark. That's going to catch the outside. As you remember, the first inning went 1, 2, 3. So 1-1 count to Clark. It's going to miss low. And he's going to turn on that just over the fence of the Arlington Eagle dugout. So here's a 2-2 count to Clark. Vanek's pitch. He's going to catch the inside part of the plate. Clark was kind of crowding it there and got up under the elbows, but got the out, the strikeout for out number 1 here in the top of the second inning. So now Kellen Muir, he is the right fielder. As this is actually my first Legion game to watch this season, have not been able to make it to any of the ones that the Arlington Legion team has had. So I have no stats, no information about any of this. So I'll just keep you up to date with what you can see here. Vanek's first pitch there to Muir was a strike. That one's going to miss just outside, goes off the glove of Smith. We'll hear a 1-1 count. And swing and a miss there. So this brings us to a 1-2 count from Muir. Really crowding the plate on the left side there. And he's going to pop that up. Rump is ranging from center, but from left field, that is Wes Martins coming in to make the grab for out number 2. This will bring up number 42, the first baseman, Mario Garza. So here's Garza's first pitch. He can swing on that one. Strike number 1. Second pitch to Garza. He's going to send that straight up. A little confusion about maybe where it's at. Vanek gets it. The look on the face did not say, I feel confident about catching this, but he is able to pull that off. And that will go 1, 2, 3. So now the total pitches here for Vanek at 20, but that is no hits, 3 outs Arlington will now go into the bottom of the second inning. It's 0-0 here at the Class B Senior State Tournament. Here we are, bottom of the second inning. Dustin Kirk at the plate. After 2 walks, Arlington had 2 on. Now Kirk's going to send that to shortstop, and it's just going to bounce over the glove. So a good single there for Kirk. And that will bring up the 7th spot. Aiden Foreman, the first baseman.
Kirk singles to left field. Bring to the first baseman, number 16, Aiden Foreman.
So Foreman, the first baseman. Kirk not stretching his lead too much off of first base. Nice and general. At first. And that one's going to go off the glove. And Kirk will have a stand-up steal there or take second after the pass ball. When it comes to all those little rulings, I will try to listen to the people around me because that is not my skill set. So I will let you know what I can find out. But that was just a pass ball off the legs of the catcher there. So Kirk on second base, no outs. Bottom of the second inning, Aiden Foreman with a 3-0 count, and he'll take for strike number 1. It is a 2-1 count. Foreman will take that one. Kept misses just outside for a 3-1 count. It's Clark on the mound. Crow. Chance Crow, I apologize. Chance Crow on the mound for the Alliance Spartans. And Foreman's going to put that to right field. Kirk is going to turn third, and he will score for Arlington. Foreman still stands on first. Good single that goes out to right field. Kirk will score from second. Brings us to 1-0 game. Arlington leading Alliance in the bottom of the second inning. Good piece of hitting there by Foreman to poke that to right field. If that were needed in this situation, opposite field made it nice. Kirk round and go. This brings up Logan Kaup. Logan Kaup here gets his first pitch, a strike. They did officially give an error to right field as he bobbled that ball. And one able to make a play on Kirk. A swing and a miss for Kaup there. The right fielder. We got Foreman on first. No outs. Bottom of the second inning. 0-2 count to Logan Kaup. And that's going to miss high. So a 1-2 count to Kaup. There's the pitch by Crow. Swing and a miss. That'll be a strikeout for Kaup. I believe that is Crow's third on the day. And that will bring up the 9th spot here, Wes Martins. left fielder for Arlington. Like I said, Foreman is on first base. It's a 1-0 lead. He's going to send that to third, and they will get it, but that will advance Foreman to second base. That is a second out of the inning, and we'll bring back the top of the order with Josh Miller coming back, the third baseman. That sacrifice bunt, right, just a little bit towards the shortstop. Third baseman attack that to take it down. Get the out there on Wes Martins. Josh Miller up for the second time. In the bottom of the second inning, here we go. First pitch is going to catch the inside part of the plate for strike one. Little off speed there. And that's going to miss outside, make this a 1-1 count to Miller. The runner in scoring position. The Eagles have had 4 on the bases so far. Stranded 2 in the first inning. Scored 1 so far in the second. And still have Foreman standing on second. That is going to miss outside for a 1-1 count. I think it's a 2-1 count here. And Miller's going to send that left. So we're at 2-2. Hopefully we'll get our signal back here. I apologize. We are on a hotspot. I'll watch my computer as much as I can. The hotspot loses signal. We lose a little bit of streaming. I don't have as much control with YouTube. And there's swing and a miss by Miller. The Eagles will strand 1, so that will end our inning here. You're watching the Class B Senior State Tournament. The Eagles will score 1. Arlington will score 1 as Alliance still at 0. We'll go to the top of the third here. This broadcast today is sponsored by WC Real Estate. Thank you to Tim Kaup for sponsoring today's event. Call Tim Kaup for all your realty needs. I'm Scott Parson here with Arlos Drive. We'll be back here as we move to the top of the third inning. Arlington leading 1-0 over Alliance. And we're back here on today's starting to the third inning, top of the third inning here. This is number 12, Chase King. He's the shortstop for the Alliance Spartans. And that's going to catch the inside part for strike number 1. If by chance we do lose signal, just hang around and I'll do all my best with under my control to try to get that to come back up for us. But we are now a 1-1 count here to King. Vanek still on the mound, really low in the pitch count, which is good for him right now. Just starting the third inning, only at 23 pitches. So here a 2-1 count to King. That's going to miss outside, brings us to a 3-1 count. That's going to miss outside for ball 4. So Chase King will go to first base. That is the first person to reach bases for the Spartans so far this afternoon. This brings up number 9, A.J. Escamilla. He is the catcher. And here's Vanek. He'll throw back to first. Good check back. And here's Vanek's pitch. His first pitch to Escamilla is called strike. That's going to miss for ball 1. So a 1-1 count. Here's Vanek. Pitch goes outside. Little shown bunt. Pulls that back for ball 2. So a 2-1 count. So Vanek's pitch, 2-1 pitch. Shows bunt. That gets knocked down right in front of the plate. Thrown to Foreman. And they will get out 1. So they got the first out there as that sacrifice bunt sends King to second base. Check something out here and see if we can get our. And there is the dugout. Well, I did second camera set up, so hopefully we'll go back and forth a little bit. And there, that is number 10, Chase Boyer, sends that to right field. And just in foul territory, they will call that foul territory, but it was just off the glove, almost caught. Almost caught by Kalp, but it was probably just a shy foul. They're looking to home plate here based on the setup with a runner in second base. They did not have anybody on the line, so they looked at the home plate ump to look down the right field, and he was calling foul because when Logan, I think, made contact with the ball, it was in foul territory. His body may have been in fair, but the glove was in foul according to home plate ump. Just went off the glove, so now they'll get everybody reset because that was Chase Boyer with a good shot down right field, standing on second, hoping he'd get to stay there. And King scored from second, but that they're going to send everybody back, and so it'll be an 0-1 count to Chase Boyer. He's the center fielder for the Alliance Spartans. So here's the second pitch to Boyer. That's going to miss outside for a 1-1 count. Top of the third. Runner on second base. Attempted bunt there for strike 2. Misses the ball. So Vanek's 1-2 pitch to Boyer. Catches the inside part of the plate as Boyer maybe was crowding a little bit. That'll be a strikeout for out number 2. And that will bring up the top of the order, number 21, Brance Haluska. So he's a second baseman here. He came through his second time at the plate here in the top of the third inning. Runner still on second. He's going. And with that foul tip, it's going to send him back to second. Trying to get in closer scoring position. That was Chase King taking off. But Haluska foul tips that one straight back for an 0-1 count. Lots of movement there at second base. If you can see that very well, you might not be able to. That's the difficulty of having one camera for the whole screen. Vanek's pitch, there it is. He's going to send that foul back towards his own dugout. So an 0-2 count with 2 outs in the top of the third inning. King is the first to make the bases for the Spartans. Now he's standing on second with 2 outs. And a swing and a miss there, and that will end the inning.
Alliance scores no runs, no hits, no errors, leaves 1 runner on base.
So a little look from the inside of the press box here. Arlington Eagles getting ready, or Arlington getting ready here to go. Today's game is sponsored by Washington County Real Estate. Now the Arlington Eagles, Arlington will look to get things going here in their bats as they do lead 1-0 going into the bottom of the third inning. No change here so far for the Alliance Spartans. Still on the mound is Chance Crow. And for Arlington, you should see number 25, Braden Rump, the center fielder, making his way to the plate. Braden reached on a walk in the first inning. So Crow's first pitch. Rump is going to set the bunt down. And the pitcher fields it and gets the out just by a little bit, half step there. So a good attempt to try to get back on base again. Apply the pressure a little bit. And Coach Manking making his way to the third base dugout, or third base coach's box. Shortstop Tanner Pittman comes to the plate. Crow's pitch. Going to just miss. Catcher drops it behind home plate there. So for ball 1. So misses outside for ball 2. Third pitch to Pittman. That's going to come down the middle for a strike, a 2-1 count. He's going to miss just a little low or inside or somewhere around there. That is a ball, so it is a 3-1 count to Pittman. Nobody on, 1 out in the bottom of the third. It's going to go straight down the middle. Pittman sits on that. It is a full count now to the shortstop. Crow's pitch is going to miss outside. Pittman will walk. And this will bring up in the 4th spot, number 8, the catcher, Nick Smith. Runner on first base. Smith waiting for the first pitch. Pittman's going to go. And he gets there in plenty of time. So good steal by Pittman, showing his quickness that I remember from his high school days. So Pittman now standing on second base. Smith with a 1-0 count. And Smith is going to poke that foul off to the right. So 1-1 count here to Smith. Runner on second. Crow's 1-1 pitch. Smith's going to send that to third. And Pittman's going to advance to third as they make the second out on Smith at first base. And that will bring up the DH, Cooper Hilgenkamp. Pittman on third. He waited patiently for the third baseman to make his throw to first. And then obviously with no cover there on third base, it was difficult for shortstop to get there. Pittman beat them there to advance to third. First pitch is low for ball one. I want to thank you for joining us here on Arlos Drive. Little check swing, and it just barely bounces foul. I believe the third baseman there, get my name right, number 15, Vic Hingoza, really wanted to make a play on that because probably had a good chance for a third out, but it just went. He had a good clean pickup there, but it went foul. And so now they had a called time there, so no pitch. 1-1 count to Hilgenkamp. Pittman standing on third base. Got number 7, Dustin Kirk on deck. Hilgenkamp caught tight on the fist there. So it's a 1-2 count. And he's going to strike out, and that will strand another for Arlington. And that will end the third inning. Arlington leading 1-0 over the Alliance Spartans. You're watching today's game sponsored by Washington County Real Estate. You're watching Arlos Drive. So now we're back at the top of the fourth inning. Jacob Callan there comes to the plate. That is going to go foul. Callan is the DH, batting in the second spot for the Alliance Spartans. So here's Vanek's second pitch to Callan. It's going to miss. So a 1-1 count. There's swing and a miss for strike 2. Here's Vanek. It's going to poke directly to the shortstop. Good play. Ranging to his right was Pittman for out number 1 here in the top of the fourth inning. So Callan hit that solid, but just right in the range of exactly where Pittman was at shortstop. So they'll bring up the third baseman. Vic Hinojosa. Vanek's first pitch to Hinojosa, third baseman. He's going to foul that off to the right, back right. That was going to be low for a ball. So a 1-1 count. So Vanek. That one's going to miss again, low. So a 2-1 count with 1 out in the top of the 4th. Vanek's 2-1 pitch. It's going to go low again. Bouncing off something and heading hard left. So here, 3-1 count. Hinojosa. He's going to foul that one off. Brings us to a full count. 1 out, nobody on. Nice field here at Tom Stallard Field. The full count pitch. Check swing. Going to call high. Check swing's going to say he held back, so that will be a walk. Number 20, Kason Clark, will now come to the plate. Batting the left-handed box. One player on first base here. Vanek's pitch. Catch it inside on his hands for ball 1. They do have Vanek right now listed at 48 pitches. Vanek's 1-0 count. Swinging strike, so it's 1-1 here. One count to Clark. It's going to catch the outside there for strike 2. So a 1-2 count. One out. Top of the 4th. He's going to turn that to first base. Foreman will pick it up. And he will make a throw to second. But a good backup by Rump there as it bounces off the glove of Pittman. They do get the out at first, so that is out number 2. So Hinojosa will make his way to second. And this brings up number 7, the right fielder, Kellen Murr. That pitch is fouled straight back by Muir. This 0-1 pitch to Muir. That's low. Good stop by Smith. So a 1-1 count. Here with 2 outs. 1 on. It's Hinojosa dancing around a little on second base back there. So Vanek looks him back. Now here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss brings it a 1-2 count. Runner is going, but his swinging strike, that will end the inning. So strikeout by Vanek on Muir. Ends the top of the 4th inning. So no runs there. We'll move into the bottom of the 4th inning. You're watching Arlo Strive. And here we are in the bottom of the fourth. Sorry, I'm a little late there. That is Dustin Kirk takes the first pitch as a ball. Oh, they're going to call that. I guess it was a strike. I apologize. I missed that. Still on the mound is Crow. This is Chance Crow still on the mound. He's currently at a 55 pitch count through 3+ innings. There's a 1-1 count to Kirk now. Now he's going to miss outside too for a 2-1 count. So here's the 2-1 pitch. That's going to catch the outside, make that 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch, it's going to get up in the air, but it's going to fade foul. One of those trouble shots that just trails over the first baseman out foul. So 2-2 pitch to Kirk. He's going to poke that to right field. And that will be caught. The right fielder, Kellen Muir, ranging back to get that as it kind of trailed towards right center. But he was able to make the out for the first out here in the bottom of the fourth. This will bring up first baseman Aiden Foreman. He takes that first pitch strike. And Foreman's going to foul that one back, brings that to an 0-2 count. So the 0-2 pitch from Crow to Foreman. He fouls that off just about the same as he did before. Lots of foul balls here. Hopefully people are chasing them down and bringing them back before we go through probably they're going to go through 100 of them. Who knows if you don't bring them back. As we'll go get a couple more. We're here at Tuxedo Park on the west side of Crete. So here this 0-2 pitch to Foreman. And he's going to send that in between short and third, and he'll outrun it. And that does miss the first baseman on Garza at first, but good backup by the catcher as he was able to get down to first base. But that is a single for Foreman. So it was fielded deep in the hole, across the body for the shortstop. But this brings up number 24, Logan Kaup, the right fielder. He's going to show bunt, throw it down first base line. Foreman will get to second. And the ball will ricochet off the glove of first baseman. So Kaup is safely sliding into second. Foreman to third. So here, starting off the fourth inning here, the bottom of the fourth, we've got one out. Foreman standing on third. Kaup on second as the error as they threw past first base. Runners back in scoring position for the Eagles. Coach Stender will go out there and trade a couple things with Logan Kaup standing on second base. And this brings up left fielder Wes Martins. The 0-0 pitch with one out here. He's going to miss high. A runner on second and third. Martins sends that foul, but it's going to pop it up. He was hoping to send that down the baseline. Cause a little bit of a squeeze there. Martins did bunt last time. He's choked up pretty good. Swing and a miss there for strike number 2. And that's going to miss for ball 1. I believe we got a 1-2 count or a 2-2 count, whichever one. And he's going to do not have to throw at it at first. They did throw it at first. First was the strikeout was dropped, but as first base was unoccupied, they did not make the throw. First base was unoccupied, so Martins. This leaves us with 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. Base is loaded, and we're back to the top of the order with third baseman Josh Miller. And they'll have a quick meeting at the mound. We'll see what coach decides to do here. There's a 69 pitch count here for Chance Crow on the mound. And we'll have a quick conversation. We'll be back in just a moment here on Arlos Drive. And we're back. I apologize for that. Trying to pack some things up while we're here. Get some things organized. Josh Miller fouls that one back. Bases are loaded. So fouls that one back too. So an 0-2 count to Miller. It's Wes Martins on first. Logan Kaup on second. Aiden Foreman on third. And that one's going to be popped up infield. Third baseman stepping up to it. And he will make the second out of the inning. So pop out there by Miller. So that will bring up Braden Rump, center fielder. And he's going to poke that one to left center. And just in a good spot there for the left fielder. Steps up and is able to save a number of runs here. Their left fielder there, that was Kason Clark. Steps up into it as a good poke by Rump. Does not meet the ground. He catches that at about his knees. So that does strand 3 for Arlington. We'll move into the top of the 5th inning. Arlington leading Alliance 1-0. And here we are, top of 5. Vanek still on the mound for the Eagles. No changes across their roster at this time. And we see the first baseman, Mario Garza, at the plate. Swing and a miss for strike one. Hopefully the audio is coming through well for you. I'm trying to make sure I turn that volume back up to the same spot I was before. That pitch misses low for a 1-1 count. So looks like getting rid of one of the balls there, and they're going to bring it back. So a 1-1 count here to Garza. Vanek's 1-1 pitch. And he's going to sit that hard left field. Martins stepping up just inside the third baseline is going to catch that. Had a good beat on it right away. Garza did get a good lick on that ball, but you could tell as Martins was ranging, he never once looked over his shoulder. He kept his head in front of him, and you could tell that ball was going to be in front of him when he read that well. So caught that right by the third baseline for out number one here in the top of the fifth. First pitch here. This is number 12, Chase King. Takes first pitch, a strike. There's another one. That's going to miss for a ball. So a 1-1 count to this is Chase King. Shortstop for Alliance. And a swing and a miss there brings us to a 1-2 count for King. And there, a foul ball. That pitch misses outside. So 2-2 count here to King. Quick time taken. Vanek's 2-2 pitch. He's going to miss outside. Brings us to a full count. Got nobody on the bases. One out here in the top of the fifth. Vanek's full count pitch. Swinging fouled back by King. So another full count pitch to King. And that's going to miss high, so King will walk. So Chase King gets on the base again. Got on last time by a walk. Now he's back up again. But here with one out in the top of the fifth, here's number 9, the catcher, A.J. Escamilla, coming to the plate. Vanek sitting at 66 pitches on the afternoon. Not much of a lead on first. Escamilla takes first pitch outside for ball one. Swinging strike there brings us to a 1-1 count. So runner on first base, King on first base, Vanek with a 1-1 count with one out in the top of the fifth. Showing bunt, pulls back. And the throw's down to second. Pittman in perfect spot catches that, and he's going to get the out as King went for the attempted steal. Good throw by Smith directly on a line to Pittman with the tag, beat him by half a step. So that is the second out of the inning here, top of the fifth. Vanek now with a 2-1 count to Escamilla at the plate. It's going to miss outside, brings us to a 3-1 count. Vannick's pitch. It's going to be right in there. Escamilla looks like he was 100% take there. Brings us to a full count. And now this full count pitch. Swinging strike. It did get dropped. So Smith will make the play to Foreman at first base, and that does end the top of the fifth. Arlington leading 1-0, and they're coming up to bat here in the bottom of the fifth inning. You're watching today's game, sponsored by Washington County Real Estate. Thank you for watching Arlos Drive. So here we are, the bottom of the fifth. Tanner Pittman takes his first pitch outside for ball one. This is still on the mound is Chance Crow. That pitch misses right about the letters. So a 2-0 count. And now a 2-1 count to Pittman. Pittman, the shortstop. Takes his next pitch. Misses outside and low. Brings a 3-1 count to Pittman. Thank you to those of you that are watching today. It's been a lot of fun to call a game. That's going to miss outside, so Pittman will walk. Haven't called a game for a long time. Had kind of a layoff for this summer, knowing that we were able to do a lot during this last school year. Excited for the year to come, as we do have some new equipment that we'll be trying out here sometime soon. So on base is Pittman on first base. Nick Smith at the plate. They'll throw back to Pittman. He did last time, early. Last time he was on first, he did make his way. Made his way to second base with a successful steal. And Smith will take that first pitch as a strike. So an 0-1 count. Second pitch misses outside for a 1-1 count. From my vantage point where I'm at, you can see Pittman over at first base. You might be able to see a little bit of him as he steps off. But he is dancing around a little bit over there. Check swing by Smith will be called ball. Did not turn over. So a 2-1 count to Smith. We're in the bottom of the fifth inning. Arlington leading 1-0 over Alliance with one runner on in the bottom. Pittman's going to go and the throw, and Pittman is going to get the second. Good slide by Pittman. He gets another steal on the afternoon. So now it is a 2-2 count to Smith, with Pittman now in scoring position. The pitch by Crow. Smith is going to send that just over the extended reach. A little bit of jump around there. And Pittman will score from third. I'll give you a quick update. I was watching to see what was going on. Pittman was the first holding. Smith was going to stand at second, or Smith was going to stay at first. The left fielder decided to kind of double take and threw it to third. Third baseman maybe wasn't as ready. It went off his glove, and then Pittman was able to score from third. So this makes this 2-0. And now Smith is standing on second base after that ball went past, and Cooper Hilgenkamp is at the plate. That's going to miss outside for ball one. So lots of action there, but it was just the indecisiveness of that throw. Hilgenkamp is going to foul that off right. So a 1-1 count to Hilgenkamp. And he's going to send that to the shortstop. It is Smith advancing to third, and they will throw Hilgenkamp out at first. So the first out of the inning does advance Smith to third. And now we'll see Dustin Kirk come to the plate. So Crow's first pitch. Kirk is going to foul that, take that straight up. First baseman Garza comes all the way down first base line, just in foul territory to make that catch. And so now they're going to bring a courtesy runner out. That is number 21. Barrett Nielsen is going to come on to. He'll come on to courtesy run for Smith. And that will bring Foreman to the plate, the first baseman. Aiden poked one into right field to score Kirk early in the game. And he check swings on a strike. Called strike there, right at just below the letters. Crow's pitch is going to miss outside. Nielsen on third in scoring position as he came on to courtesy run for Smith. So this 1-1 pitch. Foreman's going to send that to left field. And a good diving catch there. And whether you can't see it on the screen, I'm sure. Sorry, he's way back there, but a diving catch by Crow. That was the left fielder, left fielder Kason Clark making a diving catch to save one more run as a good shot by Foreman. Just about probably, I would guess maybe 5 to 8 feet inside the foul line. But Clark makes a great catch, and that will save one run. So Eagles do score one. So now we're moving into the top of the sixth inning. Eagles leading 2-0 on today's sponsored game by Washington County Real Estate. Call Tim Kaup for all your realtor needs. Getting some things figured out here. I apologize for that. Here's Vanek's third pitch. This is to number 10, Chase Boyer. He's the 9th spot in the lineup for the Alliance Spartans. Now has a 1-2 count. That's going to miss outside. Brings us to a 2-2 count. Vanek's 2-2 pitch is going to miss low. Brings us to a full count to Chase Boyer, center fielder. And if you were listening earlier, I did make a mistake. I had the teams backwards. And a swinging strike there will make a strikeout for Vanek. So that is the first out here in the top of the 6th. Arlington leading 2-0 over the Alliance Spartans. Bring back top of the lineup. Brant Saluska, he's the second baseman for Alliance. But in our earlier game, I guess it was a 10 o'clock game, it was Central City defeating Lakeview 6-0. Now, the reason I bring that game up is obviously the winner of that game will take on Central City. And the loser of this game will take on Columbus Lakeview tomorrow in the Sunday games. Those Sunday games will end up being, the winners will play at 5 o'clock. If we are moving on to the loser side of the bracket, that will be at noon tomorrow. So Vanek's pitch. And that's going to be poked in between short and third. Well-placed hit there for the single by Haluska. And that will be the first hit for the Alliance Spartans, and that brings up their DH, Jacob Callan. So Vanek's pitch, high and outside for ball 1. That's going to be about the exact same spot, high and outside. Two-0 pitch. Misses. Brings us to 3-0. Callan is the DH. Second spot. So here's the 3-0 pitch. And that's going to be a called strike as it catches the outside part of the plate. Vanek was kind of working over that side of the plate the whole time. Just unfortunately, it was high on the first 3 pitches. That one catches right at the right zone for strike number 1. So here, 3-1 count, no outs in the top of the 6th. And that misses outside again. So that will put a runner on second and first. And that will bring up number 15, Vic Hinojosa. He's a third baseman for the Spartans. And now they're going to take a quick look at the mound here. Coach Manking will make his way out. And Nick Smith out to the mound. I think I did see some action going on for Arlington. But we'll see if Coach Manking decides to make that change. As today is sponsored by the Washington County Real Estate. Tim Kaup, thank you for what you do and how you've helped out our Strive organization. They are going to stay with Vanek here. So 0-0 count here. Hinojosa looking to find his first pitch in here, the top of the 6th, with 2 on and 1 out. If I read the scoreboard right, I probably said no outs before. Sorry, this is 1 out in the top of the 6th. The first pitch. If you're watching, that's at about the same spot his last couple pitches have been. Only trying to work the outside part of the plate. That one, swing and a miss. 1-1 count. Once again, right on the outside part of the plate there for Vanek. So 1-1 count. 2 on. Good stop. Good grab by Smith there as that ball was way out in the left-handed batter's box. Good way to save any advancing runners here. So now we have a 2-1 count to Hinojosa. 2 on, 1 out. And he's going to foul that one right off his hands. Kind of came in tight on him as he went to extend. Brings it to a 2-2 count with 1 out. Still, as we said, a beautiful day down here at the field. 75 degrees. Little hazy, if you might have noticed. We've had some warnings, at least in the Arlington area, for rough air. 2-2 pitch, misses high and outside. Full count with 2 on, 1 out. So Hinojosa looking to make get a turn on this. He is in the third spot for the Spartans. And he checks swings, and he did not turn towards first. So misses that outside right, high and outside. So bases are now loaded with 1 out. And we're going to bring in the cleanup hitter, Kason Clark, left fielder. Made a great diving play out in left field to save a run or two. Now at the plate. And so that will miss outside for ball 1. Eagles leading 2-0. And he's going to swing and foul that off. Clark will foul that off, so it's a 1-1 count. As you said, bases are loaded. Vanek's 1-1 pitch. And he's going to slap that to first base. And it goes off the glove of Foreman. And it just stops behind him. And so that will score 1. So that scores Haluska from third. And so that will bring in Muir. So everybody's safe. Still 1 out here in the top of the 6th. It's a 2-1 now lead for Arlington. So Muir at the plate. Bases loaded. Vanek's starting pitch. And Muir's going to swing and a miss for strike 1. So 0-1 pitch. Swinging strike. Brings that to 0-2. Bases loaded. 1 out. And he's going to turn on that. And goes up the line. And it did ricochet off the runner on third. So still 0-2 count, bases loaded. And that's going to strike him up there right on the inside of the plate. It was Muir kind of maybe crowding that plate, and it did catch the inside part of the plate. Noticeably frustrated with that. But that will be a strikeout for Vanek. And so now that will bring up number 42, Mario Garza. I'm kind of listening from a distance. They've got the radio is about 10 feet away from me, radio from Alliance, and he is a big hitter for Alliance. So this is a big batter here as bases are loaded. First baseman Mario Garza coming to the plate. That was just an athlete conversation out there. So that was Tanner Pittman and Nick Smith having a visit with Vanek. So this is a 0-0 pitch. Is going to miss, and a good knockdown by, they are going to say that caught his foot, I guess. And so that will score That will score Jacob Callan from third base. And Garza will now be on first. So this does bring this to a 2-2 count. It was an inside pitch, and it did go off the ground. So we'll see. Coach Menking's going to come out and have a conversation and double check that what actually happened. And so they did call that. And they're going to bring a courtesy runner out. That'll be number 14, Tyson Brown. So now it's 2-2 with 2 outs. So here's Vanek. 0-0 pitch. Bases are still loaded. Now he's going to miss outside for ball 1. Well, this 1-0 count. And that's going to be fouled back. Nice net here at Tom Stallard Field, Legion Field. And net goes all the way to base, so there is not that wooden backstop you might get a rebound off of. But that was fouled back, so a 1-1 count. And that's going to catch the outside, brings us to a 1-2 count with 2 outs here. Vanek's pitch, and he's going to foul that back off right. Still a 1-2 count. He's going to foul that back again. This is number 12, Chase King. I apologize for not throwing the name on there, but the bases are loaded with 2 outs here. King fighting off, playing a little defensive batting here, making sure nothing gets by that's decent. So 1-2 count. We're going to call time here at the plate. Wind might be picking up just a little bit. I see the flag moving a little, but not too bad. Nothing major out on the field. He's going to slap that towards third, foul. So once again, defending the plate. Bases loaded. So here's the 2-2 pitch, or 1-2 pitch. And that's going to miss high, brings this to 2-2. So Vanek's 2-2 pitch. It's going to fall behind Smith, but close enough that Hinojosa checked at third base. So now with a full count and 2 outs and bases loaded, we'll see what Chase King is gonna see here. What Vanek is going to throw. It is now a 2-2 tie here in the top of the 6th. So here's Vanek's full count pitch. And they're going to call that a ball. And that will make this a 3-2 lead for Alliance as they get the walk. And Coach Menking's going to make his way back out to the mound. That pitch looked like it might have either just missed the outside or maybe it was a shy low, but it was just out. And that walked in the go-ahead run here for Alliance. It's now 3-2. Menking is going to take the ball and hand it off to number 21, Barrett Nielsen. So coming in this tough area. So Vanek will exit with 110 pitches, and that will bring up Barrett Nielsen here in this full bases fully loaded with 2 outs in the 6th. So we'll be back here in just a moment on Arlos Drive. So now Nielsen, his first pitch. This is to the catcher, AJ Escamilla. And that pitch is just high for ball 1. Vanek did leave with 110 pitches. So here's Nielsen's. And that's going to miss low for ball 2. So a 2-0 count. Alliance has scored 3 in this run to take a 3-2 lead. Eagles scored 1 in the 2nd and 1 in the 5th. Nielsen's pitch is going to catch the inside here, so it's now a 2-1 count to Escamilla. So Nielsen's pitch is going to miss inside. Escamilla holding on tight to that one as that comes through right about chin level. So here's the 3-1 pitch to Escamilla, and that's going to come right down the middle there. Nielsen strike number 2. So now a full count to Escamilla. Bases still loaded. 2 outs, top of the 6th. Nielsen's full count pitch. Fouled off by Escamilla. Defending the plate. That was going to be a good pitch. If he were to watch that go through, that would have been strike 3. Assuming that the call would have been made that way. I just don't want to jump too far ahead of myself. So now still a full count. Bases loaded. Escamilla, here's the full count pitch. And he's swinging a miss. And that will end the 6th inning as the Spartans do put on 3 on the board. So they take a 3-2 lead and will go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Arlington will get their bats going. You're watching Arlos Drive. Here we are, the bottom of the 6th inning is number 24, Logan Kaup, coming to the plate. We still have Chance Crow is still on the mound for Alliance, sitting at 90 pitches right now. And that pitch on the way is going to miss inside against Kaup. And that's going to miss low too. So it's a 2-0 count to Kaup. I want to thank you for joining us today. This kind of last minute, put it together. Hopefully you're able to watch this at home and enjoy today's matchup. Kaup swings at one and a little tight there. Brings us to a 2-1 count to Kaup. And we will be back tomorrow with whichever game tends to be the one, will be the one the Eagles will be in. Kaup is going to put that over the outstretched arms of the third baseman. So a good single there for Kaup to start off this bottom of the 6th. Eagles looking to respond after the Spartans put 3 on in the top of the 6th to take the lead 3-2. This will bring up, and that will, looks like they're bringing everybody out. That will end the day for Chance Crow. With 94 pitches there, Chance Crow will step off the mound, and we'll see who they're going to throw on there. I see somebody digging their feet in and how they'll rotate some individuals out. But as soon as I get that information, I'll bring that out to you. So you're watching Arlos Drive. So Martins does show bunt there, as it was Kaup that tried to take off, and then they did make the throw down to second. So Kaup made his way back. This is Jacob Callan, who was the DH. So now he'll just step in. He was DHing for the pitcher, so now he'll just step in. No longer DH, now on the mound for the Spartans. So a 1-1 count here to Wes Martins at the plate. And then we'll move our way back to the top of the lineup with Miller in the on-deck circle. Martins there, shows bunt, called strike. So a 1-2 count. No outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Eagles trailing 3-2. Wes choked up on that bat. He's going to swing and a miss there, so that will be a strikeout for Callan to start off his time on the mound. A 4-pitch strikeout there for Callan. So that'll bring up the top of the order. Josh Miller, third baseman. Looking to get things started with Logan Kaup standing on first base as he made a single over the third baseman. So that pitch is a called strike against Miller. Miller goes to bunt, and he's reacting as if it went up off his face. So we will see here. He squared, and that kind of went up on him. I don't know if I see anything right now. As soon as I get some information, I'll let you know. don't want to prospect on something that could be wrong, but he was grabbing his face as he came up. So Coach Stender is right there. Josh is a tough man. As he went through his wrestling career, especially down towards his last match there, he did have a significant gash on his head during wrestling, was able to still compete to win the state championship. They're just keeping him calm, letting him lay down. If it did split skin, we'll find out what's going on. We'll be back just here in a moment. You're watching Arlos Drive. Okay, so they did have a clap there. You notice they were. If you couldn't, you probably couldn't tell. It's a small screen. I know. It looked as if on that bunt from the right-handed box, Josh caught the bottom, caught the bat there, and the foul. It ended up fouling off his head there. Looks like the gauze that they put on his head was a little more over. If I get my left and right, a little more over the left eye. And it looks like they're going to be bringing number 14. They're bringing number 14. That is Caden Pittman that's going to come on, and he'll assume the 0-2 count for Josh Miller. So Josh did walk out under his own power, but they did wrap up his face fairly well there. Right over, I believe it looked like the left eye, and they're going to get him checked out. His parents were out there checking on him, so things all look in good shape. If I find out more information, I'll let you know, but I won't play a whole lot of investigative reporting. So we'll just say that he was able to walk off his own power. Tough guy that he is. That pitch then to Pittman coming off the bench there. Caden Pittman, he does get the strikeout there as swing and a miss strike there. So that is the second out. Logan Kalp, just to refresh, Logan Kalp is on first base with 2 outs here. This brings up Braden Rump. First pitch goes outside for ball 1. And the pitch there. And they're going to call him out there. That was Logan Kalp. Sorry about that. Logan taking a dive. And just as the smoke, the dust finally cleared, they did call him out as it was catch and tagged quickly. So that will end the bottom of the 6th. Then we'll move it to the top of the 7th. Arlington trailing 3-2. And we'll see some movement going on here, as obviously Josh Miller was at third base. We did get a little word from somebody that was down there. It was a gash right at the eyebrow line. Again, I think that's similar to what he had at state wrestling. So another gash there that he'll probably be taken off here and go try to find a way to close that for him. So now at third base, I guess along with the batting changeover, that will be Caden Pittman at third base taking over for Josh Miller. I don't see any other changes on the field for the Eagles. Tanner Pittman and Caden Pittman on the left side of the infield. On the right side of your infield, still Dustin Kirk and Aiden Foreman. And now we'll bring into the top of the 7th inning. Arlington trailing 3-2 to the Alliance Spartans on Your Game Today, sponsored by Washington County Real Estate. So now we'll go to the top of the 7th inning. It's Baird Nielsen on the mound, and number 10, Chase Boyer, swinging strike on the first pitch. In preparation for the rest of the tournament here, obviously, this could stretch until Wednesday. Boyer squares up the bunt, but he does pull that back just in time. Nielsen's pitch inside to Boyer for ball 2. So here, 2-1 count to Boyer. Everybody will get to play tomorrow, but then it's, in some situations, it could be win or go home. They're a soft liner to Foreman at first for out number 1. And that will send us back to the top of the lineup with Brance Haluska. He's a second baseman for the Alliance Spartans. Nielsen's first pitch to him, and he's going to foul that off back. Not very far back, but he's going to foul that off back. So strike 1. This is now an 0-1 count. No runners on. 1 out. Top of 7. Nielsen's pitch just missed low. So a 1-1 count. This one's going to miss outside. So a 2-1 count. Nielsen's pitch. That's going to miss low for a ball. So now 3-1 count to Nielsen. Or Nielsen, 3-1 count to Haluska. I'll catch on. And that's going to miss. Looks like it must have missed low. So that will walk. So a runner on first base. Haluska was the start of the last rally. He was on first. and with the first to score for Alliance. So now the pitcher, Jacob Callan, comes to the plate. He was the DH, but he's still sitting in that second spot now as a pitcher. Quick snap throw down to first. Foreman unable to apply a tag, as it was Haluska kind of coming back to first a little slow. So now 1-0 count to Callan. He's going to send that to third. Oh, what an awkward hop off the grass there. Goes over the shoulder of Pittman. That last bounce was in the last 2 feet of the grass, and it hopped straight up and over Pittman's shoulder. So that's a single for Callan. So that'll bring up Vic Hinojosa. So Nielsen's pitch. He's going to catch the outside part of the plate for strike one. Looks like they're going to bring somebody out. Now this would be called a courtesy runner this time, as he is now coming in for the pitcher. So number 4, Drew Ronick. A 2-0 count to Hinojosa. Good stop by Smith there. Brings us to a 3-0 count. Runners on first and second. Hinojosa is in the third spot for the Spartans. Oh, we got a 1-1 count. I was reading the board there. My bad. And that's going to just miss outside. Brings us to a 2-1 count. Two runners on. We've got one out here in the top of the 7th. That's going to catch the outside part of the plate. So strike 2. 2-2 count. And that pitch is low. It gets away from Smith, but doesn't go very far. So here's a full count to Hinojosa. Nielsen's pitch. Swinging strikeout there for Nielsen. And that gives them out number 2. And we'll see Kason Clark come to the plate. He's the cleanup hitter. So now with 2 on, runners on first and second. Sharp shot to first, grabbed by Foreman, and that will end the inning. Good hands. Foreman playing deep in the hole there, deep almost at the grass, just making sure things stayed in front of him, and that went right to his left-handed glove side. So good stop by Foreman. So that does end a little scare, leaving 2 runners on for Alliance. And now we'll go into the bottom of the 7th inning. Arlington trailing 3-2 on this afternoon's game, sponsored by Washington County Real Estate. You're watching Arlos Drive. So as we go into the bottom of the 7th inning here, it is still Callan on the mound. He came in middle of last inning. Lakeview was defeated by Central City 6-0. So the winner of this game will take on Lakeview tomorrow at 5 p.m. Loser will take on Columbus Lakeview at noon tomorrow. So now here's bottom of the 7th. Second batter, Braden Rump, comes to the plate. And he's going to take first pitch, strike. So there's a swinging strike by Rump. Brings us to an 0-2 count. And so a called strike as it catches the outside part of the plate. There's out number one here, bottom of the seventh. Arlington needing to get the bats going here this inning. First pitch to Pittman. It's going to miss outside. Callan getting a lot of movement left to right there on our side on pitches. That pitch is going to be low for a ball, so a 2-0 count. Third pitch here. It's going to miss outside. So Pittman, who has walked, I believe, twice already today, is now looking at getting on base again. So here's the 3-0 pitch. And that's going to come right across the letters. So it brings us a 3-1 count. And that's going to be called strike right at the shin bones. Thought that might have been a little low. Pittman was taking a step, but now he's going to defend the plate. Here we have full count to Pittman. Callan's big pitch. And Pittman gets it there, and it is off the ankles of Callan, and Pittman will outrun it. Callan, the pitcher, he gets that one to come right back at him and catches him somewhere ankle below the knee region, but looks like he's not limping at all. Looks like he's okay. It did bounce off, ricochet towards the shortstop. They made a play on it, but Pittman's speed able to get him to first base. So now with one out and one on, Nick Smith will make his way to the plate. 1 out, 1 on, trailing by 1. Arlington looking to make a push here. They look over, and Pittman makes his way back to first. He does have, I believe, 2 stolen bases on the afternoon. So Pittman takes off. And Pittman is safe. Took an extra look at it, but I was pretty sure he was there. So Pittman does make his way there. It is a 1-0 count to Smith. So now runner in scoring position. 1 out, bottom of the 7th. Smith is going to foul that off to the right. Brings that to a 1-1 count. Great game here at the Class B Senior State Tournament. Alliance traveling a long ways to get here. We also have Columbus Lakeview and Central City who already played. Central City took that game 6-0. Later today, we'll see Hickman take on Broken Bow. That begins at roughly 4 o'clock. This pitch to Smith. He's going to slap that foul to third base. At 4 o'clock will be the Hickman Broken Bow game. And then finally at 7 o'clock, it'll be Crete taking on Ron Colley. So here's Smith. 1-2 count. 1-2 count to Smith. Smith protecting the plate. Misses that one. That'll be a strike. Strikeout for Callan. So now 2 outs, 1 runner on. Tanner Pittman in scoring position on second base. And we'll see number 5, the DH, Cooper Hilgenkamp, come to the plate. They're going to come out and have a conversation at the plate. But we want to thank Tim Kaup and Washington County Real Estate for helping sponsor today's game, and the families and people who maybe communicated. Big shout out goes to Paul Kaup. Give me that phone call yesterday, said, hey, let's do this. So we found out we were good to go, and I'm glad to be here seeing a great baseball game. So hopefully Arlington can put a couple things together and finish this thing off. Pittman ready to run. He's got the quick feet ready to go at second base. So here's Hilgenkamp, and swing and a strike on a good pitch down the middle by Callan. So Callan's 0-1 pitch. Strike. Here's Hilgenkamp looking to defend the plate and extend this game. So, 0-2 count, 2 outs, 1 runner on, bottom of the 7th. Hilgenkamp's pitch, and he's going to catch a lot of it, and that's going to go left field. And ranging back and making another amazing catch for his second amazing catch to end the game. That was ranging back. That was number 20, Kason Clark. Solidly hit by Hilgenkamp, but Clark, ranging back, is able to jump and make the catch. That was probably going to hit the middle of the fence, but Clark, as he went back, that does end the game as Arlington trailing 3-2. We'll move on to tomorrow's matchup. Well, they will take on Columbus Lakeview at noon. The noon matchup. We'll be back here on Arlos Drive YouTube. It worked out fairly well today, so we won't try to mess that up. And we'll be back here at about, well, like I said, about 11:45, 11:30. We'll get back on camera, and you can watch again as Arlington will take on Central City. Arlington will take on Columbus Lakeview. I'll get my numbers right. Alliance will move on. They will play at 5 o'clock tomorrow against Central City at 5 o'clock. So thank you for joining us. Today's game sponsored by Washington County Real Estate. You're listening to and watching Arlos Drive.